Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and today we're going to be showing you guys the new map changes. Yes, there are some brand new map changes, and last night we actually brought out a map change video which was pretty major because we showed off the end of the Stone People. But as we concluded in that video, if you haven't already checked it out, it's pretty funny. The end of the Stone People has not happened at all. They have returned again. I'll be showing you guys what they're up to in today's video. And also, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button. Everybody who's watching this channel right now, 60% of you guys out there aren't already subscribed. So if you guys want to hit that subscribe button, it really does help me out. Let's try and hit 400,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Much love and respect to everybody who's doing that. Also, let's try and get 8,000 likes on this video. Thank you very much everyone who's been supporting the channel recently. You guys absolutely rock, and these are all of the new map changes in today's video. So we've got a lot of stuff going around the map. You know, first off, I want to start off at Polar Peak because obviously that's the most obvious location that's had map changes. I've searched most places on the map and I haven't really noticed too many map changes, but there are a few which are noticeable. So first off, Polar Peak, it's completely gone, and this is actually the first time of me proper describing what has happened here, because we talked about the monster a lot last night and we talked about it in previous videos, but it looks like the monster has just completely wrecked Polar Peak. He's just woken up, completely trashed it. You can see up here, half of these buildings are completely collapsed, only half of it's left standing. Obviously up here as well, this one's still standing, but obviously this section which was attached to it has fallen, and then the main Polar Peak castle has just completely crushed inside of here, almost like a slide, which is really cool. So Polar Peak, rip my friend Polar Peak. But yes, so the monster has escaped. So all the people streaming the live events, this proves that them events were completely fake. We didn't even see the monster get out of here. So them people, you guys take the L. You guys were misleading content for a very long time, and you know, it didn't even happen. Look, the monster, it broke out, but it didn't do it live. So explain that one. But yeah, the monster has come out of there and he has completely moved somewhere else. So if you look closely, there are actually a few footprints which indicate which way the monster is going. You've got one footprint here, another one here, and then another one, and then another one there, and then they just kind of disappear, which makes, well, you got that last one there, which makes me think that the monster has probably gone into the water to hide, which I think would make perfect sense, and we may see some sort of whirlpool or some sort of indication that he is going to appear, like some sort of storm or something where he's going to rise from. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but if that does happen, it'll happen in this section over here. I do personally believe that we may see some sort of, like, maybe, I don't know if it's going to be a whirlpool type thing, but you know, like when we saw with the cube where it kind of like started spinning and stuff like that, I think we'll see something like that where the monster actually spawns from, or we could see some sort of thing bubbling up. I think that'd be pretty cool as well. But that's the sort of thing you start to see when a monster is going to appear from the water, so that's what I'm predicting anyway. So pretty obvious stuff. This here is a brand new, obviously, footprint. We've got a few of them. I just want to talk a little bit about the footprint. Look at the size of it. So if that is the size of that one footprint, imagine what size this monster is going to be. And you got to assume he's probably got 2 legs or maybe more. I assume he's probably got 2. So I expect his first steps were across the ice. So you can't really see his first steps. He was going across greasy. Then he steps 1 there. Then his left foot there. Then his right foot there. Then his... Okay, that makes no sense. I don't know how he's done this. Maybe he walked in a different direction. So maybe this was his left foot. This was his right one. This was his left one. This was his right one. This was his left one, and then he steps into the water. So he's pretty big, guys. But yeah, that's it for everything at Polar Peak. Feel free to land in over here. There's a lot of stuff going on. I know you guys are interested in seeing exactly what could take place here. So keep tuned on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to go and support me in the item shop with code PostboxPat. Anyway, moving on to the next map change, we've got a bunch of other stuff that is going on the Fortnite map. And this one is something which has been a fan favorite for a very, very long time, and it is one of my personal favorites as well, and that is a map change at Fatal Fields. It's only a small one, but the shack now has 2 layers and even a 3rd layer being built to it. So we have now a 2x1 structure, or 2x2 almost. It's kind of like I don't know, it's like an L but upside down. If you turn it, I don't know. If you just mirror an L, it's like that kind of. But yeah, we've got this shape here, and I think it's pretty cool, and we are going to see some sort of building be built here. So I'm excited to see what Fortnite do. You can see the land is quite flat around here, so there is enough room for them to put something up. Maybe it's just going to be a house, maybe it's going to be some sort of barn. But yes, a nice addition. This was the original building which got destroyed by the cube, and I have been trying to find gameplay of it getting destroyed by the cube, but the only gameplay I can find of it on YouTube is someone's stream with about 50 different words all over it. So I've left that but I can't seem to find any gameplay of it. So if you guys know anyone who's got any gameplay of the cube crushing the OG Shaq, let me know down in the comment section, and also send me a link on my Twitter and I'll be sure to check it out. Alright guys, so moving on to the, well, not final map change, but the map change which you guys have all been waiting for is the stone people. Now the stone people have officially respawned, guys. I guess yesterday, like I said at the start of the video, when I produced that video last night, I was really upset because they disappeared, but it was probably because Epic Games had them expire. If you don't know already, and if you don't 100% understand how the stone people work, if you go into replay mode and you're not in this area, for example, this is my skin that I was using in this game, if you're not in this area, you will not be able to get these to render in. You have to physically land at this section, have your circle like that on the map, and you'll be able to render everything in that section, and that's what I do to see the stone people. Basically last night I did that and they weren't there, so I was very worried. I did it a few times over and over and they just weren't there, but obviously they must have expired. Epic Games were probably having them change like this, and they probably just delayed it because they just didn't want to worry about it. But they're back, guys. The stone people are back, and by the looks of it, they're growing more plants. You can see the female one, she's growing a plant now. The male one's kind of looking out. Maybe he's calling the kid because the kid's now swinging on this tree over here, and it's pretty funny because he's just kind of chilling, having a fun time on this tree. But you know what's going to happen, don't you? The kid's going to bump into the dog. The dog is just down here. If you go all the way down here, the dog has now moved a little bit. He's having a few render issues. Again, this does happen sometimes. So if I wind down a little bit, he should render in fully. Give it a second, guys. We have a lot of render issues with this sort of stuff. There we are. We have the dog. So the dog's now chilling on this tree here. You can see him there. He's kind of eating something or having a little snack. And it's pretty obvious that the kid's probably going to go further and further down this way, bump into the dog, and then they're going to have the dog in the family. Now, if the family will get attacked, we don't know 100% if they're going to disappear again. We'll have to see. I'll keep you guys updated. I was very upset last night when it happened. It was one of my favorite storylines in Fortnite, so you can imagine how annoyed I was when that happened. But they're back, and I'm really happy now because we see the stone people returning to the Fortnite world. So yeah, really exciting stuff there, guys. We finally have the stone people back after last night's disaster. Me and my Discord were going mad. We were trying to find them, and we did find them today. So thankfully, they're back. Alright, so moving on to the final map change, which is always my favourite one to cover at the end because it's the block. And I love to give the block a review, my honest opinions, from someone that's built and created before, from someone that's a pretty decent Minecraft builder. I know how buildings work, I know what looks good, and I know what doesn't. So here's my review of today's, or this week's block. This one looks like it's built by Durdu Venshimers, maybe, I think that's how you say it. I don't know exactly how you say his name. That's my first attempt at saying it, but this is a military outpost. Now the concept is very nice and it looks pretty cool. However, my first impression of it was not the best. But as I start to look at it a little bit more, I start to see the detail and I start to actually appreciate the block. Not as much as previous ones. I'll give it a rating at the end. But for now, let's take a little tour, have a little idea or preview of what it is. So by the looks of it, it looks like some sort of military base where they've got it on lockdown, a bit like a prison maybe, because they've got these red gates. And I think a lot of the pieces, well, near enough every single piece in this build, maybe not every single one, but the majority of pieces are from the military prefabs, which aren't yet in Battle Royale. So it's the first time we've ever seen the military prefabs in Battle Royale. Exciting stuff, really. I'm really excited for that side of stuff. But yeah, we've got all of these buildings, a lot of interior. I reckon this one took a lot of memory up, so I'd like to see how much memory this one actually was. But let's see if we can find the chest. Obviously, finding the chest is something which can be difficult. We've got a lot of interior which I could go over for hours, but we'll leave that because we could be doing it for all day. Where is the chest? The chest is going to be quite a hard one to find. It's a huge building. It's got to be here somewhere. I assume it's usually in the center. Maybe in the tall tower here. Maybe. Do I see it? No, I don't see it in here. Just a normal chest. It's massive, this block. It's absolutely huge. It's one of the biggest ones we've seen in a very long time. I actually don't know where that gold chest is going to be, the legendary chest. You're going to have to let me know. I could search this for hours, but I don't want to because I'm not the biggest fan of this design. So what is my review for this block? I'd personally give this one a 6 out of 10. Compared to other blocks, it's very overcrowded. It's hard to tell what's going on. However, it is still a very nice design and comes up with a great military vibe, and it's probably one of the first military ones we've ever seen. Obviously, we've seen a few bits from the prefabs, but the full military one we've firstly ever seen. The concept behind it's pretty cool. I assume it's either a base or a prison. I can't make out exactly what it is. I guess it's more of a base because it kind of has like loading points, but also potentially could be a prison or maybe some sort of like Area 51 type thing. It's maybe a mix between both, because you can see we've got the prison inside of here. I do like the interior a lot on it. I feel like the interior is well done. And there's the chest. I found it, guys. It's inside the prison, inside one of the cells with the gnome in. Okay, I get it. So it is a prison. It's more of a military lockdown prison. I do like it. However, it could be a lot better on the exterior. I feel like it's very overcrowded. I think it's just the prefab that I don't think it's the guys' builds. It's quite chunky in places as well, like here, for example, a 2x2 usually on a pillar. Oh, what have I pressed? So I'm back at the block, guys. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like it's just a bit clunky on some of the towers. They've tried the best to put depth into it, and it does really work. Like, I love the way they've done it here, but I think stuff like this would look so much nicer if it was just 1x1. But I get why they've done it, because there aren't spiral stairs, so you can't actually have the spiral stairs. So it makes sense why they've done it, to make it usable and be able to actually climb, but it just doesn't fit 100% with the Fortnite design. But, you know, that's my opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion. This is still one of the better blocks we've seen overall. There are some really bad blocks that we've experienced in the past, but there are also some amazing blocks which we've experienced as well. So this sits roughly in the middle between all them. But yeah, I really do like it. It's a really nice block. I can't wait to see what else blocks we do get. Overall, 6 out of 10, so above half. So it's a pretty good rating from me. I hardly ever give 10 out of 10s on these blocks. So if you're watching, Doctor, don't feel like bad or anything, because this is a really nice block. You've done a really good job. Obviously, it's got to be good to get into the game. So it just gets a 6 out of 10 on my rating, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's above average. So a nice block. I love the military gun that you've done here. This is really cool. I think this is probably one of the best parts about it, where it's kind of opening up and you're kind of shooting out. I do like that. It's really cool. And there are like a secret bunker as well in here. A lot of stuff to it. It's just very overcrowded and it's very hard to tour. I could tour this for maybe for 20 to 30 minutes, going over every little bit of detail. And that's the thing. I like blocks that I can kind of come to, and I don't have to land here all the time to experience what is going on. But I think this one would be cool to land at. The problem with the block, there is never enough loot compared to other locations. This location would require a lot of loot to make it 100% functional. It's so big. But yeah, feel free to land here, check it out, let me know what the gameplay's like. For gameplay wise, my favorite one's been the pyramid. If you guys remember the pyramid, it was back over at the Risky Reels location over there. It was probably my favorite one for gameplay. It was just fun to play. Obviously, there's a debate between gameplay and looks. For this one, I don't know what it's going to be gameplay, because I haven't landed here, and I probably tell it's quite crowded, so it's quite hard to play. Looks, 6 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the block. Hope you guys are enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're new around here, stick around for daily Fortnite content. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thank you everyone who's been supporting the channel. If you've noticed any other map changes which I've missed in today's upload and you want to send them over to me, feel free to send them over on my Twitter or my Discord, link down below. Thank you very much. And if you want to head over to my Discord and join in, you can. It's an easy way to communicate with me. I always jump in and out voice channels and general chat. So if you want to talk to me, it's great. Pop in and I'll be sure to talk to you guys. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.